So is it me, or is Australia just getting really goddamn expensive? So recently I'd spent the majority of the last 10 years living in Germany until COVID had happened. And then I came to Australia, visit my family for Christmas, and I was meant to fly back to Germany in April. Well, that didn't happen. So I ended up getting stuck in Australia, and once the borders opened, I went back over to Europe. I was living there on my British passport. Obviously though, during this time, Brexit had happened and things had changed a lot. So it made it more difficult for me to live in Europe. While I did try to for a little while, I had recently returned to Australia only to find a huge mess. There is a rental crisis, a housing shortage, the price of food and petrol has skyrocketed. Just in general, the cost of living has become astronomical. I just finished my traveling around Southeast Asia. I'd come back to Australia for a wedding and for Christmas, and then I got it all in my head that, oh, I need to get into the real estate market before I can never get in, or something like this. And I convinced myself that living in Australia would be a beneficial thing for me because I am Australian. So I get myself a part-time job, I buy a car, I'm driving Uber as my side hustle, and I come down to the Sunshine Coast to try find a place to live. And there is just nothing available. I currently managed to get myself a one-bedroom apartment in a hotel complex that I pay $600 a week for. Then when I'm adding on top of my food, my other bills, my gas from driving Uber all the time, I'm not even earning that much. This brings me to my next point. Has Australia become unlivable? What wage do we have to get to be able to enjoy ourselves? But also, when do we get to enjoy ourselves? With the huge amounts of traffic, the influx of people, the congestion in cities, we're starting to lose out on that work-life balance. It seems to be just working to live, working to pay the bills. So all this brings me to one announcement. I am leaving Australia. Again. Where will I go? I'm not sure. If I return to Germany shortly, I still have my visa. Or maybe I've been tantalized in the idea of going and living in some Eastern European countries for a while and just doing some work online. Or maybe I'll find myself back in Asia. Have you had a similar experience to me? And how have you found your return to your home? Have you lived abroad for a long time and then come back and had a bit of a culture shock where, say, all your friends have gotten married or had kids and moved on with their lives? And then it kind of begs the question, what do you do with yourself, especially after you've lived away for so long? So I find myself having to figure out all these questions. Honestly, I don't know the answer. I'm thinking, what would I enjoy most? So yeah, I think after a lot of thought, I will be leaving. I don't know where. I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time on Car Travels, wherever I end up.